If only Sheena had heeded Stasi's advice, she might have avoided her own downfall. What you're witnessing with Sheena is akin to someone confronting their own reflection and igniting in flames. She's self-destructing, on the brink of short-circuiting. Stasi consistently saw through her. Sheena lacks any backbone. She can't stand firm on anything. I've rarely encountered such a wishy-washy individual. During Stasi's Steve Jobs era, she was a vital voice holding a mirror to transparent hypocrisy, particularly evident in characters like Sheena and Lala, who sold themselves out in an attempt to rehumanize someone irredeemable. Stasi served as a conduit for the audience, exposing contrived storylines. Without her, watching the show becomes a chore. While Ariana and Katie engage in similar behaviors, they lack the intensity of Stasi, Kristen, and Jax. It seems they're simply tired of the drama. The show wouldn't be in this mess if they hadn't departed. Firing them seems especially foolish now that they've all returned to TV, except for Stasi, who appears content in her domestic life. Sheena always professed a desire for everyone's happiness, but what she truly craved was everyone's approval of her, and opting for her own happiness. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Spill Chronicles. It's me, Ramona, here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. Do you believe the producers and most of the cast were taken aback by the fans rallying behind Ariana when she walked out? And why do some cast members think we wanted to witness another Sandoval-Ariana confrontation? Only the two clownish producers and Ariana's two former friends seem genuinely surprised by how this season unfolded. Ariana herself may feel more betrayed than shocked by the fans' backlash, unlike the other four. Regarding the last one-on-one, it appeared to be a collaborative effort between Sheena, "Don't make me look like an asshole," Tim, and Jeremiah. Ariana hit the nail on the head when she described herself as the final boss in his redemption game. It's somewhat disheartening that Ariana anticipated the audience turning against her. It must have been a relief that the majority didn't. Ariana anticipated the cast and production team trying to salvage the show, even if it meant sacrificing her. What they failed to grasp is that by season 10, viewers were ready to bid farewell to the series. So she saved the show only for them to mishandle it. They expected the audience to turn on Ariana due to the show's inherent misogyny, as seen in past seasons, siding with Jax over Stasi and Sandoval over Kristen. However, they underestimated the unique nature of Sandoval and the unpredictable aftermath. Moreover, their attempts to rehabilitate Tom's image have largely fallen flat. Another issue is Sandoval's refusal to show remorse or take accountability, as evidenced by his disdainful gaze towards Ariana. Without acknowledging wrongdoing, redemption is impossible. Andy dubbing Lala the voice of the season suggests they relied on the audience siding with her argument. They even teased her commentary in the trailer, implying it would clarify Ariana's actions, which it doesn't. It's amusing that Sheena and Lala consider themselves superior reality stars to Ariana. They likely ponder how she garners support and opportunities. The reality is, to elevate like Ariana, one must exhibit a more relatable and normalized persona. While Sheena and Lala offer entertainment, it's more akin to a sideshow than genuine fan support. Additionally, regardless of my feelings towards Raquel, she absolutely nailed Lala in one shot. It's ironic that Lala went to such lengths to convince Rachel that James cheated but conveniently omitted her own involvement until after their breakup. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a text somewhere confirming their hookup. She was subtly hinting to Rachel without outright admitting it. It always struck me as odd how enraged she was at Rachel over James' infidelity. What concern was it of hers anyway? But now it all makes sense. Lala insinuated to Rachel that she knew about James' indiscretions while she was away at college, when in reality, she was referring to herself. It's reminiscent of Erica exploding at Eileen about her son. "You don't know the anxiety I feel at night, Eileen, worrying if my son will be harmed." Erica, "You left your son to mix drinks in Chase after a sugar daddy." In fact, Lala and Erica are birds of a feather. They both appropriate AAVE and then clam up when confronted by someone who sees through their facade. Remember when Bethany called out Erica's music career as a hobby and criticized its cheap production values? Spot on. True, but they saw right through each other. Lala called her out when she said, "I can't support you when you don't support yourself," regarding James' infidelity. Rachel was behaving like Brittany in that moment. It's hilarious how triggered Lala gets when Raquel asserts her intelligence by mentioning her earned degree. We all know Lala barely graduated high school. For her to act superior to Raquel is a comical clash of intellects. This is precisely why I wanted Rachel back on the show. Sure, she made mistakes, particularly with Tom, but she's still part of the VPR family and deserves her place. I understand if she couldn't handle it. I'm not necessarily a Rachel fan, but she's a human being too. She tried to maintain her dignity, and look at how Lala is trying to provoke her into reacting and tarnishing her image. Lala, please leave Rachel alone. You two were never friends. I'm relieved she didn't answer Lala's call in episode 1 this season. That was a bold move by Rachel. If there's one thing she did right this past year, it was refusing to engage with that drama. On the other hand, what's the most stinging insult in VPR history? Well, ahead of part 2 of the reunion, let's indulge in a laugh before we endure another hour of chaos. For me, it's James's jab when he refused to sit at a table with sleepy, boozy, horsey Kristen on that season 7 trip he wasn't invited to. It's undeniably harsh, yet oddly accurate, especially with her veneers, and it never fails to crack me up. Then there's the classic line, "The only thing holding me back right now is that I have self-respect and dignity." Thank God for Kristen, who is unburdened by those anchors. Remember when Stasi crashed Jax's birthday dinner, and Schwartz tried to defend Jax by saying confronting someone on their birthday is mean? Stasi's response was gold. "Well, he ruined my birthday, and then you all left me alone with Peter." Poor Peter indeed. But let's not forget James's gem. "I don't know who the fuck Lala thinks she is." Coming into sore and disrespecting Raquel just after her shite premiere, produced by Fat Man by the way, and also got a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's a very exclusive list for movies that have gotten a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. Dark Tide, Max Steel. Do you remember how shit Max Steel was? Because I do. Police Academy, FO, Cabin Fever, The Nutcracker in 3D, and there's Gotti right at the bottom of the list. Yeah, no, I mean it's nearly harder to get a 0% than 100%. However, LVP's insincere tough boss routine is glaringly evident, especially in moments like the rewatch of Season 1, Episode 6, where Ken informs her about Jax and Laurelie's escapades in the VIP bathroom. In the subsequent scene, Lisa confronts them at SER, seemingly taking them to task. However, they blatantly lie to her face, a fact she acknowledges in her talking head. Despite knowing the truth, Lisa still threatens Jax, warning him that if she discovers it's true, which she already knows, he'll be out of here quicker than he got into her knickers. Yet, in another talking head, Lisa admits, "Unless I catch them in the act of shagging, what can I do?" This pattern persists throughout the series, especially evident in Season 1 with incidents like Stasi walking off shifts and staff fights in Vegas, always leading to Lisa's fake tough boss act. But who is this performance for? We understand it's a TV show, and drama is integral, particularly in later seasons. So why this disingenuous charade? While it's unlikely to align with her character, or perhaps even within her capabilities, Lisa could have cultivated a more authentic presence on the show by gradually transitioning into a role where she treated her staff like adults, validating their decisions rather than belittling or manipulating them. Becoming more of a friend with life experience rather than maintaining an untouchable superiority could have lent her interactions a more genuine quality. It's unrealistic to expect people to confide in someone who is kind to them but cruel to others. Lisa's contrived behavior persists even in Vanderpump Villa, where she pretends to catch people drinking and then catches them in lies. Her persona has always struck me as manufactured, from her status as a gay icon despite not hiring gay cast members to the controversies surrounding her restaurant's wage theft allegations. The extravagant displays of wealth, like her castle with flowers and swans, further contribute to this perception. One egregious misstep for me was naming her rescue organization Vanderpump Dogs instead of Vanderpups. It's an inexcusable oversight that undermines the genuine efforts of the organization. Moreover, Tom Sandoval's show in my hometown has been postponed, along with his band's tour, due to ongoing issues with their tour bus. It's evident that they're not generating enough revenue to sustain a tour bus without it significantly impacting their finances. It seems Sandoval has a penchant for frivolous spending. I'm curious about the extent of Sandoval's debt. It must be substantial. It's unlikely he's earning significantly more than Schwartz, Katie, or Ariana. They all have income from VPR, social media, especially Ariana and Katie, and their respective ventures. Despite their restaurants still being in the red, their spending habits vary greatly. Katie appears sensible, with modest clothing, IKEA furniture, and handling her own makeup. Additionally, her wine business and podcast are likely more profitable than Sandoval's endeavors. So how is Sandoval financing his band and assistant? None of the others have assistants, not even Ariana, who arguably has more tasks to manage. Considering the size of his band and their employment under him, it's unlikely he's turning a profit. It's puzzling how he continues financially. Adding ongoing to the announcement makes it seem like they've encountered persistent issues with their bus, portraying them as incompetent rather than unlucky. It raises questions about their proactive measures to address such problems. On a side note, enduring Sandoval's company in a tour bus must be challenging for his bandmates. My sympathies go out to them. However, the foreshadowing in that comment was staggering, especially considering she had just been involved with Tom. It's truly astonishing how she could feign such horror at the accusation of being a mistress while actively engaging in an affair with Tom. It goes beyond mere infidelity and deceit. This aspect deserves deeper scrutiny when people suggest Ariana should just get over it because she's not the first person to be cheated on. It's baffling why both she and Tom believe that the existence of other wrongdoing should somehow diminish the significance of their own transgressions. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.